morning and welcome to the Scrummy Cooking Kitchen. I'm going to be making a coconut curry with prawns today, so really delicious recipe. I'm going to put some vegetables in it because what we tend to do is we have it 2 days running, but we eat all the prawns in the first day and then leave it as a vegetable curry for the second day. And I eat this with coconut flatbreads, but you could have it with rice or naan bread or whatever you like, really. A very simple recipe to do. I'm going to show you what I've got. Now, I have here, to start with, some prawns that I am marinating. So in here I have got half a teaspoon of turmeric. Let me give you up close there. A teaspoon of ground coriander, and a pinch of smoked salt, which gives it a really nice flavour. So the vegetables I'm going to use are, I've got some green beans and mangetout. So if I show you those, they're there, just you know, a handful. You can put whatever vegetables you like in, you don't have to follow what I'm using. I'm just using things that I've got. So I've got half a yellow pepper. I have got a couple of spring onions there that I've just chopped. And I've got some butternut squash that I've chopped. So again, you can use whatever you like, but it makes it nice and colourful, as you can see. I've also got some coriander for the end that I've just chopped up. But we need to make a paste for the base of the sauce. So I'm going to get my tea fowl, and in this you can see I've put some water in the bottom because it needs it just to help everything move around. So I've got one red chilli with the seeds still in. I've got some red onion, any onion will be fine, I'm just using a red one, just one. I've got some ginger, which I've just cut up into sort of cubes. There you go, you can see. The piece of ginger was about 2 inches long when I started, and then I just chopped it up. I've not bothered to peel it because it's going in a paste. And then I've got 1 clove of garlic. So all of that's going in. There we go. And I'm just going to blitz this into a paste. Quite watery, but that doesn't matter because it's going to cook off. Okay, so let's move that to one side. And then finally, I'm just going to blend up some spices. So we're going to be using some whole spices today. So I want a teaspoon of cumin seeds. So they're just going to go in here. This is just to keep them all together. I want a teaspoon of fenugreek seeds. I really love the smell of these. And obviously, if you have the powder, it doesn't last as long as if you have use the whole seeds. And you can grind it down if you want to, but I quite like the texture of the crunch of the whole seeds. And then, I'll get this open, I want a teaspoon of black mustard seeds. I'm also going to put in there a nice big pinch of curry leaves. Okay, so they're my whole spices. That one's attached to my finger. So there, I need those. And then finally, I just want half a teaspoon of coriander, half a teaspoon of ground cumin, and half a teaspoon of turmeric. So they are my ground spices. So everything is prepared. All I need to do now is just mix that around a bit. Oh no, I've forgotten one thing. The coconut milk. Now, you could use a tin of coconut milk, but for me, I find when I have tins of coconut milk, I don't always necessarily want to use the whole tin in a recipe, or I might need to use more than a tin. So I buy the coconut milk powder like this. You can see that. Let's come back a bit so that can focus. There you go. And you can make it up as much or as little as you like. And I really like that. It lasts for ages. So I've got some hot water here, and I'm just going to add the powder in. Now, how much powder, you say? Well, it depends on how thick you want the coconut milk. If you just want a little bit of flavour, you put less in. There's no sort of set recipe to it. You just keep adding until you get the consistency that you want, or if it's too thick, add some more water. If it's not thick enough, add some more powder. But I think that looks, actually I'm going to add a little bit more because I want it slightly thicker. There we go. But this is, you know, sort of a great way of not wasting part of a tin. There we go. So that can just sit. That's a nice consistency. I'm happy with that. This is the sort of thing as well that when you do it, if it's not coconutty enough, you can just add a little bit more powder while it's cooking because it dissolves almost instantly. So quite a good way of doing it. Right, there we go, that can come to one side. Okay, so I'm gonna get everything ready. My 2 pans are ready, but I need to change my camera angles, otherwise you won't see what's in the pan. So I'm gonna do that and get rid of the stuff that I don't need, put some stuff away, and then I will see you for the cooking. Hi, welcome back. So I'm ready now to start the cooking process. So I've got 2 pans on the go because I'm going to cook down the vegetables and the prawns in this one, and then I'm going to make the curry in the wok. So I've got some oil in both pans, and I'm going to start with the sauce because I need to get that going. So I'll just turn that on. And just heat that up slightly. So the first thing I'm going to put in was the dry seeds that we measured out earlier. Okay, let's get them in. Now I'm going to keep these going until I hear them start to pop. So I don't know whether you can see what's going on in that pan. Hopefully you can. So at the moment they're just crackling. I don't want them to burn, but I want them to start... Oh, did you hear that? So this is my mustard seeds, the fenugreek seeds, the cumin seeds, and the curry leaves. Right, there, okay, so I'm now going to add the onion paste. The smell already is absolutely amazing that's coming off of this. So I'm going to turn it up a little bit because I want that liquid to just evaporate. But I also want to soften the onions at the same time. Now while that is starting to soften and the steam is going to come off, I can start cooking down some of my vegetables. So if I turn this pan on, Okay, so I've got the spring onions and the peppers in this one. I'm going to add the butternut squash and beans. Right, these onions are softening nicely in that liquid, so I'm going to add the dry spices that we mixed up earlier. Just mix them in. I kind of wish I had smell-o-vision on my camera, because it smells amazing. Okay, so I'm just going to add some coconut milk. I don't know how much I'm going to use yet, so at the moment I've used about half of it. And I'm going to put in there a pinch of salt. Right, my veg is going in my sauce. Turn this pan off for a second, because the only thing I've got left to put in there is the prawns, and I'm going to do them at the last minute. So I'm just going to let this simmer. And let those vegetables cook down a little bit, and some of the liquids drain off to thicken up the sauce. And I'll see you back here when that's ready for me to cook the prawns. Okay, so we're ready for the prawns now. So I'm just going to put them into this pan. I just need to heat it up a bit. Put them in there. I've put some coconut oil into this pan because that should really help with the coconut flavour. And as you can see, this has thickened up nicely where it's cooked down, and the vegetables are cooked, so it means that once the prawns are cooked we can put them in and it's pretty much ready to go. I just want to get some nice colour on these prawns. Making sure they're all cooked through. It won't take very long. That's good. So I'm just going to pop that into there. Stir that in. Then I'm just going to finish that with a squeeze of lime. Just pop some coriander in. Now I'm just going to check it for seasoning before we do anything else. Oh, that is perfect and delicious. So just pop some into a bowl. with a sprinkle of coriander. Okay, so there we have it. The coconut curry with coconut flatbreads, which I made earlier. So there are the flatbreads. Let's put it under here. There is the curry. So, sorry about the slight technical issues with filming angles and things like that, but I've got to work out a decent way of getting 2 pounds on the go at the same time filming that in my kitchen. But hopefully it's inspired you to have a go at making a nice curry, and I will see you on the next one. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell and like if you like this video, and I shall see you next time. Thanks ever so much. Bye.